Well, hola Deepak. Can I call you Deepak, right?
Yes, well,
I'm so excited to have you here today with us. We really admire your work. I've been reading about you for a long time, and I always believe in the law of attraction. I read from this since I'm 15 years old, and now I think that in a certain way I have attracted you to me. So I think you call this sincrodestino. What does that means?
well, it means that our destiny is determined by synchronicity. And synchronicity means correlation, synchronos, correlated in time, meaningful coincidences, coinciding, everything is coinciding. So ultimately, nature is full of synchrodestiny or synchronicity, because in nature, everything is done simultaneously, not linearly. So we think of a human body that can think thoughts, play a piano, kill germs, remove toxins, make a baby all at the same time. So that requires what we call polycomputation. Polycomputation, multiple things being organized simultaneously. That's how the universe functions. That's how every biological organism functions. That's actually biological rhythms, so lunar rhythms, gravitational rhythms, circadian rhythms, seasonal rhythms. They are part of the harmony of the universe. So, what we call synchrodestiny is called by religion the grace of God, or providence, or good luck, or meaningful coincidence. And it is a deeper aspect of the law of attraction, because when you say, I have attracted this, who do you mean, Wendy or the divine? So as long as Wendy is attracting things, there is always a little bit of a hurdle. But if the divine is attracting things, then there's no hurdle. So the key to synchrodestiny is to have a subtle intention and then go into the deepest realms of awareness through meditation. Introduce your intention and let it go, and let the universe organize the details. In that case, your intention has to be aligned with universal laws. So, if you say, I want a new Mercedes or I want a new yacht, that may take a little time. But if you say, I want God's will, but this is my intention, then that works much better.
I believe that when you ask something to God and it's in a like a purpose for many people, not just for you, like selfish, then it works. It's
Yes,
that way.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I want to tell you, I used to live in a circus. I was born in a circus and I lived there till I was like 6 years old. And in the circus, all the races and religions lived and coexist in harmony. However, my parents decided I have to go to school and live a normal life, what it's normal. And then I understand that society sometimes is much more close-minded or mentality closed to accept what they don't really understand.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's out of fear. I'm not sure. But how can we talk about abundance in our lives if in many cases we're not open to the concept of accept that we can be different in religions, in everything, and we believe in just one God with
So,
different names?
yes, so, the world is not changed at all by those who are under the hypnosis of social conditioning. It is a motley group of sages, psychotics, and geniuses who change the world. Either you have to be a great sage or a saint, or you have to be slightly psychotic because you don't understand the herd mentality. You don't want to be part of the herd, or you have to be a genius. Otherwise, everybody is recycling the same ideas, same notions for 20, 40,000 years since we were hunter gatherers. So yes, you have to get rid of the box, and ultimately, you say, think outside the box. That's not enough. Think outside the box. Ultimately, get rid of the box. There's no box because everything that we call the world is squeezed into different silos, boxes. And if you're a prisoner of the box, then you will never change your idea of what can attract, but also you will be a prisoner of the social ecosystem that is inside the box. So your first 6 years in the circus was probably the most important years that allowed you to actually know what is called diversity. The world is changed when you have maximum diversity, shared vision, people emotionally and spiritually connected, and also they complement each other's strengths. But of all these, shared vision and diversity of thought leaders, diversity of storytellers, diversity of poets, diversity of talent, diversity of gender, diversity of race, diversity of ethnicity. That's the key for emergence and creativity.
Yes, it's like our true nature has no boundaries.
Exactly.
However, many live like trapped in an imaginary prison created in our unconscious world. But what would be the first steps to awaken that consciousness?
Well, there's a poem of Rumi. It says, "Why do you stay in prison when the door is wide open? Why do you stay in prison when the door is wide open?" Actually, the prison that people stay in is the most difficult prison because they can't see the walls. It's invisible. Okay, they can't see the door, they can't see the walls. That is what we call social constructs. Okay, so it is very important for you to say, if you have a limiting belief, you have to ask, first of all, is it true, this belief that is limiting me? Secondly, how do I know it's true? Am I 100% sure if this is true? Third question, what is this belief doing to me? How is it preventing me from going out of the prison? Fourth question is there any other belief that would free me from this? What is the opposite of this belief? Then you reflect on that and you realize that the prison and the door was totally invisible, but the invisible boundary is more powerful than the visible boundary. There's an experiment I know that in Hawaii there's a cow farm, and about 3 generations ago or 4 generations ago, when they had that cow farm, they had an electrical fence around the farm. And so when the cows tried to escape, they would get mild electrical shock, very mild. Now there is no fence, okay? But the future generations of those cows, they can't go across the fence. There's no fence. It's invisible. The boundary is invisible, but they will stop over there. They won't go there because the memory of trauma is there, or the memory of the prison is there. Okay, so this has also been shown with the Holocaust victims. The ancestors, say, when the Nazis invaded Netherlands, the Jewish population was starving. Now, 4 generations later, their children and their grandchildren have diabetes because the body has a memory of famine. So they hold on to food, okay, and they hold on to everything. Insulin resistance also happens.
Wow.
So the memory of trauma and the memory of conditioning is the prison, even when there's no prison. Okay, so this requires work. It requires reflective inquiry, also meditation. Because
You
when you
have
meditate,
just made me, sorry, Deepak, so
when you meditate, go deep into consciousness, you go beyond all the boundaries.
well, I meditate every day, but it's very difficult for me because I'm very like someone that wants to do many things, like all the time I have ideas. So it's like sometimes I'm trying to meditate and one idea comes and then the other one. So I believe there are some people like me which meditate is something that it's not come easy.
So when I'm there in Peru, I will do a collective meditation. Also, you can go to digitaldeepak.ai and ask for a guided meditation in Spanish. So whether it's for sleep, whether it's for the law of attraction, Digital Deepak will guide you in digitaldeepak.ai in Spanish.
It's great because we were talking about that a few minutes ago, and you can talk to us in our, like in Spanish, in English, in Arabic.
Yeah, and soon in Hindi and other languages and Chinese, but right now it's Spanish, but you can also ask for a meditation.
So this comes for me, the next question. What do you think of the impact of artificial intelligence on young people? And how can we use this technology like to improve our well-being and personal development without losing our humanity?
So
I'm kind of scared with artificial intelligence.
this book that I'm pointing at behind me
Yeah.
is called Digital Dharma: How to Use AI. Let me show it to you.
And you have it in Spanish already?
No, it's coming out very soon. So it's called Digital Dharma: How to Use AI to Elevate Spiritual Intelligence and Well-Being. So this is the digital dharma. Dharma means how to live the best life possible, how to live the best life possible, how to go with the flow, how to follow your bliss. This book will tell you, and then you have Digital Deepak, which is already there. So this book is about how to create a more peaceful, just, sustainable, healthier, and joyful world. And as you can see, probably not, but Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, is supporting this. So we believe that artificial intelligence can be used for good and for bad things, like any technology, internet,
Yes.
Google, you can use it for cyber warfare, you can interfere with elections. But we believe that you can use digital technology to create joy, happiness, health, mental well-being, a more peaceful world, conflict resolution, and even reverse climate change.
No, as soon as we hang up this chat, or I don't know what we're doing right now, which I'm so excited, I will go to hear the meditations. And really the thing in artificial intelligence right now is kind of scary to some of us,
Listen,
because
every technology is scary. The discovery of fire made us start eating cooked food, but also problems with fire. Automobiles, there are automobile accidents. Jet planes, there are occasional crashes. Crossing the street is risky. So, and yet, if we do not adopt technology, we become obsolete, because once technology comes, it can't go back. It's like a child that is born, you can't return it to the womb. Okay, so either you use it or you become irrelevant.
yeah, that's right. That's right. So, and the last question I have for you today is, how do we distinguish between self-improvement and self-realization? What do you think is more important on the road of fulfilled life?
So self-improvement is important for your health, for your well-being, for your creativity, but it is not self-realization. Self-realization means, who are you without your story? Okay? And when you actually recognize that we all are living a story, I'm living a story, you're living a story, but we're living multiple stories at the same time. You say, what's your identity? Well, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a husband, I'm a writer, I am a teacher, I am a professional, I'm a doctor. I'm playing multiple roles. It's my destiny to play an infinity of roles, but I'm not the roles I'm playing. Okay, what is it that is beyond all stories is infinite. It is timeless. It is eternal. It is not subject to birth or death. So when you have self-realization, you recognize yourself as a spirit or a soul outside of space-time. you recognize spontaneously Platonic qualities like truth, goodness, beauty, harmony, love, compassion, joy, equanimity, and you lose the fear of death because death happens to a particular story, not to you. Okay, so this is the experience which we call religious experience. Now, these days, people are fashionable. They say, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. But the experience, spiritual experience, religious experience is the same. What did Jesus experience? That's what I want to know. Jesus is pointing to the moon. Instead of worshiping his finger, I should say, how can I get that experience? He's pointing to something. How can I have that experience which he had? Instead of borrowing his experience or Buddha's experience or Rumi's experience or Muhammad's experience, whatever. How can I have that experience, which is know myself as an eternal soul, spontaneous ethical morality without any coercement. I don't need to read the 10 commandments. I know what is right. I don't need your guidance. And third, I'm free of the fear of death. That is self-realization.
I love what you're saying. I can hear you like all day long. So I have a compromise when you are coming to Peru. So I'm so excited because I know I'm gonna meet you in person.
Yes.
But before we say goodbye, we want to invite everyone not to miss this opportunity to live a transformational experience at Awakened Life, which is your event. We will be on August 29 at 8 p.m. at the Jockey Plaza Exhibition Center. I will leave here a link to everyone can go and buy the tickets. And we have so much to hear from you. I know it's like a 2 hours conference you're going to give us, right?
Yes, as long as you want. Okay.
Well, no, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that you won't leave Peru if you
Okay.
do that. Have you ever been to Machu Picchu?
I have not, but I will plan to go. I've been to Lima many times, but not to Machu Picchu. I will go.
Okay, next time you come,
Yeah,
I would like to go with you.
perfect.
We will go because the energy in Machu Picchu, it's something I've never felt
No,
so close.
I feel the need to do that.
Okay, so when you come on the 29th of August, we will plan when it's your trip to Cusco.
Okay,
What do you think about that?
I will plan on that. So look forward to seeing everyone August 29th.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to have you here. And well, everyone, we have a date, 29th of August.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.